This is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. Today we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers. Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll go again with Gibbs. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
180.
Back to throw, gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Go. Black 20. Hey, 76. 76.
Gone. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Packers are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Love. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. And he's brought down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Packer first down.
Ready?
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Let's go now. Black 40. Set. Go.
A first carry for the all-pro running back is Josh Jacobs. Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 3.
Set. Ready. Cut.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
And the big fella stumped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Down. Ready.
Love fires that quickly outside. And he's going to have the Packers first down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
That's good. For a Packers.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
First down. First down and goal.
Here's Jacobs. And a tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stout troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Christian Watson from 8 yards out. And the Packers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes the score 7-0. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Well, a good-looking return set up here. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Two yards to go, 2nd down. Now a play fake, and it's gone. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. A good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 54 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. Gibbs straight ahead. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Goff now looks to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
That's to the tight end, Laporta. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. Goff going to keep. Now, loose football. The ball comes out. And this is going to be recovered by a member of the offense. But whistles are going to blow the play dead. Since it was 4th down, a fumble cannot be advanced by another player. But fortunately, they will have enough to keep the 1st down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. This time able to hold on to the football, but not much room to run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here's Goff. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs from 6 yards away. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The kick is through the uprights to tie this game, but hang on a second. We do have a flag. And that flag accepted.
Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Ready?
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And space tough to come by there. So get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down and 8.
Ready. Red.
Here's Love. As he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield. He had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. It became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
33. Yellow. Ready.
Now Love. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
A great job there, and that old cliche, take it where the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Come on, set.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated.
White. Cut.
Love now. Short throw. He's got Kraft. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Down. 10 black. Ready.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Watch out now. 60 Fury. Hunt.
Now a first carry here for the running back. That'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
2-yard line.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. If you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Let's go now. Ready?
On 4th down, Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Packers take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
Now it's gone. Now he'll tuck this and run. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
And that's a tough throw for a right-handed quarterback, rolling out to his left and trying to get the ball to a receiver. We've seen all those drills where they're trying to get the shoulders square and pointed towards the target downfield.
180.
Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10.
Okay, ready?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
To throw now, here's Love. Eyes the crossing route and hits Watson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
On gain of 11, makes it 3rd and 1.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Black shot. Here we go. Set. Set.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And this will be a Packers first down as the tackle made at the 26-yard line.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive lineman, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed him to get through for a first down.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. This offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Red, 38. White. Set.
Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Reed. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2. Second and a couple.
6. Mega. Come on. Set. 60. Ready.
To pass. Here's Jordan Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 41-yard line.
Yes.
Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Cut.
Love looking to throw it. Over the middle, complete. That's Jacobs. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Ready. Yellow, 22. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Ready.
Throwing. Love. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Packers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
2nd and 1 at the 35-yard line.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Love. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter.
Here we go. Green jack. Red. Yellow. Set. Cut.
Final play of the half. Love. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, there were 3 talking points at the half, partner. All of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
4 receivers in the package. Here's 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Set. 10 black.
Back to throw. Love. He finds his man. Complete. It's Reed. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up 1st and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far in this drive. This offense on the march.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it 1 more time, so make sure you get in shape.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
Let's go now. Red 38. Blaster 6. Mega.
Looking to throw. Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown Packers. A great effort there. With now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. quite make it to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Second and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Here's Goff. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Goff now looking to throw. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. And into the end zone, it's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes that kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's Goff. Over the middle, he finds Williams. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Straight ahead with Gibbs here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Goff now to throw. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down.
Under pressure, and they get to him again. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's more on the return. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Okay,
The
ready?
Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Set. Ready. 38. Punt.
Looking to throw on second down. Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Blaster. 6. Smash. Red.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on third down today, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 7. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, and to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
To throw is gone. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Again, Goff. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlinesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gibbs. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Lock up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They go ahead and snap it. Gone. They got St. Brown running the quick slant here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Detroit Lions first down.
Throwing again is gone. That's complete to the Porter. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Lions passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
20. Attack.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions either
and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Packers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Intercepted. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 7-yard line.
Ready.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A great stop by D.J. Waddam to back the offense up on that play. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up in the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11th. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. On the return, Dortch. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Over the middle and taken in by Laporta. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Goff. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun. Goff. They'll find Williams on the slant. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
180.
To the air again. Goff. That's taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get it to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Gibbs is not going to get in here. as they push him back to the 2-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. On the keeper, here's Goff. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 35-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
At the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 8.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a